How high-tech, highfalutin, lazy, or foo-foo America gets, we will never stop hunting and fishing. This is the Hunting Quest. Hunting Quest. We take 1 hour of every week and talk about our favorite things in the world, hunting and fishing. You'll get tips and help on the fishing environment locally in the DMV area. Plus, we're going to have fun along the way. This is the Hunting Quest. And now your host, Mike Tippin.
Don't say it. Don't do it.
I'm going to say it.
No.
Still not in the intro.
Oh.
See what
So
these
I
guys,
did,
see what
I
this
did
guy
call
does
the
to me?
guy.
It's unbelievable. This is how I get treated. Unreal.
Yeah.
So,
When
another
when
Friday.
the budget allows.
The budget. Unbelievable. I just got a notification on my phone that we went live, and I was like, ooh, what's that? Oh, it's us. That's how smart I am. But, Mikey, we're joined tonight with the guys from Wild Valley Outfitters, Mr. Travis Stout and Doyle Weaver. How you guys doing?
Good, man.
Gotta
Doing
make it
the
all
dang thing.
sound all official.
Man, all serious.
I know.
5 minutes ago, nobody was serious.
I know. Now we're all like, ooh, we're live. Ooh.
Benny, Mikey, are we going to do our little warm-up we were talking about, or do I got to just start it out here?
Oh,
you
I think
got
you
to.
go for it. Yeah, go for it.
Take it away.
Oh.
See, the plan was the three of us were going to do it and leave Doyle out, make him feel weird. But I think it's funnier just making Travis do it by himself.
So you're saying I was supposed to be Leo in that scene?
No,
I
you.
had no part in this.
You know, I do the old Matthew McConaughey, but instead of the whistle, I do the dolphin laughing.
Oh my gosh.
It's just like a little rock scoots off in the distance, stuck on a string, coming into the decoys. Pow, pow, pow.
Man needs to shoot some foul and soon.
Dude, I saw. Travis, did I send you that clip the other day of that scene from the show? And it was like when you shoot a teal in early season, but you accidentally grabbed the 3.5-inch BB. And he's like, it's all fairy dust. It doesn't exist. Nothing's real.
Oof.
Golly. That poor little Tilly Willy just doing the dang thing.
It's getting
Dude, I swear
smacked.
to God, I shot a teal over the decoys. Where is it then, Greg?
Dude, that's
Oh.
something that I've never really gotten into is a good blue-winged teal hunt.
Are you
Like,
kidding me?
I've shot them in Saskatchewan. Like when you go up there early, you can pound them. Like we'll shoot them in the fields, like in the wheat fields when they're fresh cut.
Oh.
But I've never been on like a traditional like swamp or like a back creek teal hunt or like a flooded spot. We don't have them in the valley. We don't. It's just wood ducks. So
Dude.
our September is just Canada geese. We don't have any teal.
I know what I'm doing in September because Uncle Trav's going to be up in Canada, which means
Yep.
Daddy's here by himself.
Listen, I say that, Bennett, that I've never been on a teal hunt. I'd love to, but I'd still rather be in Saskatchewan.
Oh, yeah. I say I don't want to hear it. I'm going to be wading through the marsh, stuck in the mud, shooting teal, and you guys are going to be having field bangers up there.
Me and Travis are going to be piling up sandhill cranes.
Y'all are going to be eating ribeyes every night.
No doubt.
Oh,
Oh, my gosh. So when are you?
good stuff.
When are both of y'all heading up?
Go ahead, Travis.
Yeah, we're going to be driving up early morning, September 3rd. Doing the straight shot there, you know, that was stuff we would do like 8, 9, 10 years ago. We're going to take our time. We should be meeting up in Minot afternoon, evening of the 5th,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're going to cross the border. So either the night of the 5th or the morning of the 6th.
Yeah, we're not gonna bust it up there. If we're gonna be up there for 60+ days,
Yeah.
we don't need to do it in one 30-hour shot.
Got to be up there now.
We did that last fall, man. That was a killer.
That's what me and Bennett are planning on doing.
Yeah.
I tell you what,
can't
the ride
wait.
there, not bad. That ride back at West Virginia, like last 4 hours was brutal.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
I'd
any
imagine.
trip, though.
Yeah.
On the way back home, oh, yeah.
But I'm just
So-
gonna be honest with you, West Virginia is the worst state on the plan a trip.
It is. It is. So I got a question for you though, Doyle.
Yeah.
You've done the trip a few times.
Yes, I have.
I want to go up through Niagara and cut across. Have you ever done that?
No, I've driven across Manitoba and Saskatchewan, but I haven't gone all the way through like Ontario all the way through, which sounds like fun.
It does. And I looked it up. It's like 6 hours difference.
That's it.
Yeah. And but I think I can make up that 6 hours, like avoiding Chicago.
Yeah, avoiding Chicago. The turnpike it's like Mad Max out there. It's brutal.
Well, I guess my other question is, and this goes for everybody because we've got a lot of questions about it. Going into Canada, right? Obviously, you're going, you're familiar with where you cross at, and obviously different crossings are probably a little bit different, but pretty close to the same. What should somebody expect if they're driving up?
You kind of reap what you sow when you cross the border. If you act like an a-hole, they will treat you as such with interest. So if you're respectful, they're pretty much respectful. And what you need to do is know exactly where you're going to be, how long you're going to be there for, who you're going to be with, and what you have in that vehicle. Don't make jokes. Like just be serious about it. If there's anything on the planet to be serious about, it's crossing the border because they can make your day real long. So
even I don't joke around.
No, Travis is he's like a college professor when he's up in there, dude.
Oh, Jesus.
They all look at me and they ask me a question. I'm like, indubitably.
Travis pulls out all 5 big words that he knows.
And they're all like, huh? And
I got him that word of the day calendar, and it's just
Jesus. You can tell he's been talking to Kyle Ott.
Using all his big words.
Oh man, talk about being bum rushed in Blitzkrieg with a whole bunch of questions. He's like, "Hey Travis, what's the word on Saskatchewan doing? What Manitoba's doing? I think I'm gonna head out to Alberta, get one more barn burner before it all goes south."
All right, so before anybody gets butt hurt about this, Kyle Ott is a friend. We like him. He's a good dude, and we could joke with him like this. So before anybody gets butt hurt over that.
Oh, dude. Even after all of the bashing for public land turkey hunters he did last episode.
Yeah. That was not pleasant.
Travis has been on for 8 minutes and we're canceled. Oh, Jesus.
Yep. Screen goes dark.
Yep.
So much for the hunting quest.
All right. Nice knowing you guys.
So,
I guess real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
We should probably take a step back and, kind of go through, introduce both yourselves. Obviously, we're talking Wild Valley Outfitter, and Mikey and I know who you guys are and what that's all about. But why don't you guys tell the rest of the collective a little bit about it?
So, Travis and I met. Actually, I mean, we've probably known each other long. We met in early 2019, and I had the idea to start an outfitter in Canada, and went for it. And the first person I called was Travis. So one of our business partners, Brad Long, like, you gotta get this guy. If you're going north of the border, gotta have Travis with you. And so Brad's known Travis for years, with him on the Potomac and all over the place, and just couldn't say enough good things for him. And a little bit, the rest is history. A little bit with that, ran a season, and COVID kind of hit, and it's just a different business than it was even a few years ago. And Travis got ambition and the drive and everything to be successful up there. And we asked him if he wanted to join and be a partner here in the last year, 18 months or so. And thank goodness he said yes, because it's so nice to be a partner to run this thing. It's really a load off, somebody to bounce ideas and strategies and everything else off, and honestly, somebody else to help book these hunts. that's the toughest thing in the game for me. So having Travis on board for that has been like just a weight off my shoulders, and I wouldn't want to be doing it with anybody else. I'm excited for the next couple of years.
Same here, brother. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, it's one of those double dragons. I hit them low, Doyle hits them high, mainly because I'm short. It is what it is. On sunny days, I can reflect them with the sunlight off the bald head. But there's a lot of things that I've learned from Doyle back in 2019 that, opened my eyes to running up there. He's been guiding up there a lot longer than I have. I just mainly freelance. And, man, I tell you what, we're just flat out chewing at the bit, getting back up there. It's like 4 or 5 more weekends. Oh, dude, we're going to hit the ground running. It's going to be like one of them wing shot pheasant. When they're coasting down, they're already and then wham, and then they just take off as soon as they touch down.
He's got his Reeboks on.
Like Twister. We're going to be like that movie Twister. We got a touchdown. Oh, yeah. Freaking cows and Roskies floating by, coming back around. Here we go.
Oh my gosh. How do you even follow up to that?
You don't.
My train of thought is gone.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Oh Lord.
So where are you guys? You guys are Saskatchewan, Canada. Where about in Saskatchewan?
I tell people South Central. It's not. We're a little bit north of where we were in 2019, but we're kind of like south of the Quill Lakes region a little bit, kind of in there. If you want to know exactly where camp is, book a hunt with us, and I will send you in.
So how far, roughly, how many hours drive is it above from when you cross?
I'm always wrong, Travis. You tell me. I think last time I said on the podcast, you were like, that's not right.
I want to say it's depending on how long at the border. Once we leave the border, probably about 4 to 5 hours.
Gotcha.
That's about
depending
right.
on how many combines are on the highway.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
You can get on the road and really buzz along on them Canadian highways.
Yeah, 55 or 100 kilometers is not 100 miles an hour.
I think you can get away with it one time. You're like, I saw 100 and I was just, but I think 2 times, you're done.
Yeah.
Or if you're doing $140, they don't.
Yeah, no,
they don't buy that.
Yeah, no. I did it back in the 90s, and I was maybe 19, and yeah, they did not like it.
Well, Mikey, another thing about the accurate time it takes for us to get up to camp from the border, we can never get an accurate time with it because, every other field, once you cross and it's morning, you're like, you pull off to the side. Look at all that birds on that field.
Look at all that. Look at all that.
And we had some new guys up there, and Jordan and Christian, it was every other field. And Christian, he's a straight up town dog when it comes to scouting feeds. And so, me and Dole are like, we got to get on the road. And Christian's sitting there hold on. And then Jordan with the camera, and he's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, those guys were trying to lock this speed down. We saw 50 minutes from the border. They're like, get permission. I'm like, I'm driving 4 hours to get down here. There'll be 20 of those up near the lodge.
Yeah.
So,
well, Dole, if you remember, there was the snow goose and dark goose salt and pepper feed. But then after that, it was that juicy little 400 deep cackler feed. Dude, I almost wanted to stop for them guys, dude. Those little toughies. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, dude.
The thing I like about cacklers is, and I don't think they do this in other places. I could be talking out of my butt, but every time I've encountered cacklers anywhere but Saskatchewan, they run like lessers and they run with lessers. Yeah. Up there, they run with honkers. So you'll get 400 or 500 big guys in the field, and you'll have 400 or 500 or 1,000 cacklers fly with them. And so you'll get
No
birds
way.
coming in, and they set up like the honkers, and they'll just fly right in behind them. And so you'll have like 3, 4, 5 big honkers, and you might have 3, 4, 5 cacklers flying underneath them. And so like hearing the peepers and the honks, it's a totally wild experience. And you're shooting in the same group, and it looks like you got mallard-sized Canada geese. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Totally different.
We get that in Kansas, like early in the season. You won't see it late, and it's very rare.
Agreed. And it's almost like the cacklers are supposed to be going a little bit more west, and it's like they spill out of Alberta a little bit to get some of them through the Midwest. It's like I don't think they go any further than the Minnesota line, but like it's like get a little trickles of them. They get in with them lessers and them honkers that are coming down through Nebraska and Kansas and everything else.
Yeah.
It's definitely a pleasant surprise when you're scouting from the truck and you got the binos on a big old group of big honkers. You got some tall stubble with the barley field. You can clear as day see those honkers. You can clear as day see snows. But then you'll see like the little mallard head poke up just above the stubble. And then you'll see a little cackler head just a little bit taller. And you're just like sitting there, man. I feel like I'm Bubbles from like Every Part Boys. I'm like,
Dude, that's true though. They're little periscopes out there. You can pick them out.
So I gotta say this. So I sent Travis and Bennett a video that I saw on Instagram, and it reminded me of Bennett 100%. So I'm sitting there, and me and Bennett were headed down to this thing that we were going to, and he's looking over there, and there's some geese over in this pond. He's looking, he said, I think there's some hardware. And I was like, really? He goes, yeah, I think there's some hardware. Give me that iPhone cord. I think I got him.
I'm gonna go lasso that dude. Rebecca saw
So
one in
I
the
saw
parking
this
lot like a
dude.
week ago.
Yeah, I saw this dude who lassoed a goose and reeled that damn thing in. And I'm like, oh, it's totally Bennett. It's 100%. So I have no doubt on our way up to Canada, that dude is going to be sitting there. Hey, let me catch that. Let me catch that. that iPhone cord.
Yeah,
Call it good.
let me see what that's talking
Oh
about.
man, Bennett's out here trolling parks and cities. Gotta get that lang, boy.
only difference is Benny's running out there holding a jug of chalky milk.
There you go.
Dude, I tell you what, Mikey is setting Bennett up for like a classic band prank.
Oh, jeez.
Just-
Oh, we lost
Did we
Mikey.
lose Mikey?
Oh, man, you just had to talk about him, and he left.
Mikey's good for one story and then
There he
he's
is.
out.
Hurt his
I'm
feelings.
I'm
Everybody
saying, if I
changed up.
I'm gonna Bennett. If you shoot a cripple and I go get it, that band might not be real if I bring one back.
Oh,
Planting that bat in there.
that's messed
He's
up.
gonna sail the blue goose in Saskatchewan, and I'm gonna come back with a band to be a real one, and you're
Oh.
not gonna believe it.
Oh, my God.
Then I get to keep it.
Nah. We'll figure something out. We're going to have a thumb wrestling war or something for it.
Well, Jesus. Hold the hands up. Let's see who's got the bigger thumbs. Who's gonna win that one?
That's
Yeah.
definitely
I got
Bennett,
little
man.
thumbs.
My hands are small.
Where did brother man go?
I don't know. I've got him twice now. What the hell? What is he doing?
We're playing
knows?
musical brother mans.
It wouldn't be Travis if we didn't have problems.
Oh, there he goes. No, he left.
Now, yeah,
Ah, jeez. What is going
Who
on
knows?
tonight?
he'll get it figured out.
Oh,
He's back.
Uh-oh.
Brother man.
There you go.
Hey, man, all these bow fishing guys are blowing me up right now because of the storm. But,
yeah.
I'm like, all right, let me put on airplane mode. I mean, do not disturb. I mean, all right, I'll just rejoin the freaking track. Man, I'm like sitting here like on my freaking cell phone, like trying to push all these buttons.
all right, Bennett. I got a question for you.
What's up?
And, well, Mikey too. So you're coming up to Saskatchewan this fall. What's like the top 3 on your hit list? Like, what do you? It doesn't need to be birds. Just like it could be like hunting styles. Like, what's the 3 things that you want to do while you're in Saskatchewan? Because there's a lot to do.
I know mine, but I'll let Benny go first.
I think the number one thing that I want, obviously, I want a crane.
Okay.
I mean I think that's a given. Going up there for
Done.
cranes. I think the next one that's going to be a super easy one to check off the list is just a dirty mallard field hunt.
Done.
I've never field hunted mallards. That's one thing that I've never done, and I want it so bad.
Dude, we might even get in on some greasy wedge too.
Oh Jesus! You should not have said that.
No, it's good. It's good. It's good. I got
That's my favorite duck.
Mine's
That's
at the
my favorite duck.
taxidermist.
Oh,
I heard.
That's
I
what I
heard.
got a widgeon tattooed on my arm, brother.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
Maple leaf in
widgeon is a lifestyle.
Yeah, that's right.
Fuck.
Yeah, yeah, it's a lifestyle.
All right. Well, that's 2.
3.
Come on, give us something hard at least. Something we're gonna have to
Dude,
drive
I don't
for.
know,
Just
dude.
kidding.
I don't
He
know.
wants a red-breasted mattress thrasher.
Yeah, I really want to. I want a hen merganser.
Oh, good God!
I want to get in on them. I want to tear them suckers up.
All right, he's gonna hunt with James.
James is Mergan.
Well, James is gonna have a juicy freaking like pond loaded with coot and mergansers and buffies. You're gonna like throw in a lip. All right, Bernardo, let's go and shoot some. We'll have some fun. You can leave Travis at the lodge.
Hey, I was told if you hunt with James, you better be quick on the trigger.
His own brother said that.
His own brother timed him out on social media.
Yeah,
on
if
the
he's got a
YouTube.
gun in his hand, him and Brad Long, you're
Yeah.
not getting first shots.
Yeah.
Hell,
Those
Brad
guys
doesn't
are
need to be
like-
fast. He's got that freaking 32-inch barrel. He's got the damn
Bruh,
sniper rifle.
He shoots Scud missiles out of that thing.
He does.
But James is using a 20 gauge, and so it's
Yeah.
like the thing's in a holster, and it's just really good, fast. It's brutal.
Holy shit.
But listen, he's got me dozens and dozens of times. But I got him one time on a pair of geese when we were like 18. Both of them were banded. They came in off of our side, and only me and James could shoot. And I was calling the shot. And I was like, well, I'm not letting him get before me. So as I was putting my gun, I said, get him, James. And I shot the first shot, and I crumpled both of them things up. And he didn't even shoot. My dog goes out and gets one bird, banded. Goes out and gets the other one. You can see it about 60 yards away. The leg flapping on the pond, banded. He was like, "You gotta be." He was indignant. And he was just like, couldn't fault me that bad because I made a nice shot and got 2 birds, 1 shot. But
There you go.
you best believe they both were 9-year-old son. I ain't sharing nothing.
Whew. Golly.
I've done that to him a couple times actually.
That's wild.
Yeah,
That's
well,
cool.
I'll do it again because I like making fun of games. We were hunting, just the 2 of us. We were supposed to scout this field for a Saturday hunt, and it was behind his work. And he called me when I was on the way, and he goes, "Hey, do you have your decoys in your gun?" I was like, "Yeah, of course I do." I'm like 18. And he was like, "Let's just hunt this thing. I have a good feeling about it." I was like, "What about everybody else?" And he was like, "Screw up." So he's in like work bibs, and I'm in like jeans, and we run out, and we had these like ghillie blankets we just laid out in the middle of a cornfield, set a spread. And the reason we did this is that morning he saw snow geese feed in that field behind his work. So we go out there. First group comes in. We shoot, like, I think we shot 5 of them. He killed 2 cacklers, tiny little birds. We got pictures of them from way back. And they like mallard size. And he's so fired up, and he doubled up on them. Next group comes in, more cacklers and some Canadas. One Canada fires beautiful off my side. He kills 2 more cacklers and a big goose, triples. He's on the world. And I drop a banded goose about 10 yards from my feet. Just completely rained on his parade. He was like, "I'm killing you." Oh, he was so fired up because he was just down on these cacklers, and we never done that, but leg band tree trunk crawl.
That's cool. Y'all got some memories for sure.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's more luck, man. We just have a concentration of bands in the valley. So it's all luck. Come hunt with me in the valley. I'll get you a band.
I'll be there tomorrow.
There you go.
Wait. What?
Pretty nice hunting
Still in
outside of a
July.
Rolex shop.
Ooh.
Oh, jeez.
So I'll tell you my 3 on the hit list. Number 1, I just want to go scout. Hands down. That's all I want to do. I want to see rafts. I want to see what Saskatchewan has to offer, and I want to get it on film.
Yeah.
So that's my first.
From big snow goose feeds to a field full of antelope in 2 miles.
Everything. I want to see it all.
We can do that too.
Yeah. I'm excited. I mean, to me, there's nothing better than to, you're sitting there and you're doing the Travis and you're like, this is just cool.
It's just the abundance.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
and it's like the first time I was there, actually, I'll take that back. The first time like every year, my first couple of days, I'm just in awe of the place. I spent a lot of time up there, but every time I go back, that first couple of days, you're just like, man, like you can't help but get fired up when you see that first field of snows or a slough that's a half acre that's got 900 mallards crammed on it, you know, or you can walk across them. It just, that doesn't get old. And as soon as that gets old, I'm
shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, it's time to hang it up.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's where having that partner like Travis, he can keep kind of everybody, we keep each other in the game a little bit because it is a business and it can be tough. But at the end of the day, it's something we love to do. So if we keep that at the forefront.
Yeah. If you don't love it,
it's tough road, man.
Yeah. I tell people guides are exceptional. And it's not just a love to go out and shoot doves, waterfowl or whatever. It is an obsession.
For sure it is.
And it's not like, hey, I can go do this, I can do that or whatever. Man, you're up at 2 a.m. You probably went to bed at 11 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
You scouted everywhere. You look for stale birds, new birds, everything, all for the idea that you're going to put clients in front of birds, and you're going to sit in this, in that stand, or you're going to sit in that blind, and you're going to call, and you're going to get these people a chance, to have that little bit of amazing thing. I don't even know how to explain it, but
you're just trying to. You're trying to expose people to like experiences. Yeah. If you boil it down to its basic, Canada has, if you're a waterfowler, has some of the craziest things you can experience in the waterfowl world.
Yeah.
Sheer number of birds, like the way they feed, like they're in a desperate state. And you don't see that everywhere. And you have to have weather to see that in a lot of places. But Saskatchewan, that's a Tuesday night, man. They know they got to fly out of there with that north wind. They're gonna feed like crazy. It's 40 degrees outside with the wind, and you'll see 10,000 mallards feeding like it's Armageddon. That's Saskatchewan. That's the experience, and so it comes in many shapes and sizes and forms. We had a group one year that was real tough for a couple of days. And I think we had a couple of days, and we just had bad weather. And the evening of the third hunt, we've been they're killing birds, but they've been getting kind of beat around for our standards pretty much. And we saw a bull moose walk probably 150 yards from the spread, just right in front of us. And it totally changed everybody's mood. It was just the experience. People were like, guys are from Georgia, and they're like, whoa, that's a moose. And they're like, yeah. And then that totally changed to them. It was 70 degrees on a duck hunt, and it was a little tough. And then we saw a moose that turned on the rest of their trip. It just was like a sign. It was lights out. So it's the experience.
Yeah,
So,
I agree. So that's kind of like the second one in my list of things to do. Is I really want to be in that position to experience somebody else to see that.
yeah.
You know, to be able to say, hey, look, I turned this person on to this amazing thing. So
I think if you hang around Bennett for the first 72 hours he's in Saskatchewan, you'll get your fill of of him
Well, and
getting
I
amazed.
think that's to me anyway. That's my favorite part of guiding. You know, growing up, the waterfowl hunting was such a big, important thing to me. You know, just absolutely fell in love with it from the first time I went. And
Me too.
you know, when you have guys that have hunted a few times, but they've never had that really good, you know, shoot a 6-man limit of mallards by 7:30 to guide and get those guys on that hunt, or, you know, to get Mikey back in the back of the marsh and watch that pintail come in and just seeing how excited he is. I think it's super rewarding to see your level of excitement on other people because of your work. I think that's, you know,
Yeah.
it's hard to beat
is a
that.
deeply satisfying thing.
Yeah.
well,
Especially if you love hunting.
yeah, and you know, case in point, you look at what Travis did for me last year. Yeah, I got a pintail. How freaking amazing is that? And it wasn't like, oh, you show up in the blind and you shoot a pintail. It was work. And
That's pintails.
yeah, but it was work. And I've never been so excited about shooting a particular, you know, species of duck in my life. And it was the best time ever. So if somebody else can experience that, yeah, if somebody else has that opportunity that I got, dude, all in. I want to see that.
Yeah.
So,
And like the four of us here if I were to ask all of you and say, tell me about the hunt, like the best hunt, not even the best hunt, but like the hunt that if you're going to tell a hunting story, what is it? It's going to involve the whole birds doing it really nasty. And it's like, not everybody that waterfowl hunts has had that hunt before. And so like every time clients come, what I want to do is give them that hunt that they talk about around campfires forever.
that's it.
know?
Yep.
This one time I was with the brother man in Saskatchewan and we shot 100 snows in 45 minutes.
Yep.
That's what I want. That's what we try to give. It's just like a super high quality experience.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And whether you shot 1 million birds or 5 birds, we'll do it for every person that comes through the doors.
I got one for you, Doyle. The client sitting there going, man, we were on a dark goose hunt with the big boss man, Doyle Weaver. And the first group did it real nice, man. They did it about 30 yards, 25 yards. He ran out there as soon as we got done with the first volley, moved a couple decoys around, and then every group after did it at 15 yards. Yeah, see.
Never be satisfied, man. That's my motto when I'm back. I've really yelled at my clients saying, like, we'll decoy. And they'll be like, what are you doing? Why are you moving decoys around? I'm just like, let me try a couple things. And maybe they'll decoy even better. It's like, if you can shoot them at 25, might as well shoot them at 15, you know, if you can.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
For sure.
So, I don't know.
Yeah. So my third one.
Complacent.
Yeah. So my third one is I'd like to see an Otis Arms.
Ooh.
I'd like to see one in person.
We could do that.
Yeah.
We've got the ambassador team is getting their guns shipped out. I don't even know if I told Travis this yet. They're getting shipped out.
First of all,
Tuesday.
You need to tell people what Otis Arms is if they haven't been listening.
Sorry. Otis Arms is a shotgun company that Wild Valley Outfitters and myself and Travis, we've all partnered with. And they're going to be released sometime this fall. And yeah, man, they're a great partner to the outfitter, and they supply us with shotguns, and they're just they're an inertia gun. They shoot very similar to the real popular Benellis and everything else. But they've just got some toys and some mods and stuff on them. And they're slick looking guns. They shoot as good as they look. So we've been shooting for 4 months now. And we're hopefully rolling out another, I don't know, 20 or 30 of them out to some ambassadors and get the content machine rolling and start filming with these guns and, advertising, get them out there and get these things released this fall. And we're coming for retail. That's what I'm saying to everybody.
Woo, look out.
Hell yeah.
You got a Rete fan in the house.
I know. That's you won't want that retail anymore once I put Otis in your hand.
Let's do it. I'm ready for it.
I'm telling you, dude.
I'm ready. I've been watching all the pictures and videos from that pigeon hunt. God.
Oh,
dude, the videos are so sick. The pictures are so clean. On
whether we were going to post anything from pigeon hunt, because that's been my secret for a while. Because I hunt, that's like the only thing that we don't film pictures of anything until the guns come down. It was like, you know what, let's hunt, we'll film it. But the pigeon hunting that I have around here is like, it's just like duck hunting. It's awesome.
Dude,
you have to scout them like ducks. And, you do spinners. We put out pigeon full bodies and silhouettes, and we got a huge spread of them. It's crazy. It's maniacal.
When I first clicked on it, I was like, what the hell is this? And you see all the decoys and spinners and stuff. And I'm like, what the hell are they dodoing? And then you just see a flock of pigeons just cup and lock into it. And I'm like, oh, whoa, what is happening?
It's something I look forward to more and more every summer. And the thing is, though, they're terribly hard to scout.
Oh, I'm sure.
Pigeons are weird. They like to feed in fields, but you can't really pin down when they're going to fly into the field. They kind of check stuff. They just kind of fly around. So you have to look for like flight lines and stuff like that, and be close to farms. It's tricky, but I've been hunting for 10 years, maybe something like that. But I love pigeon hunting. It's the most fun.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, and I'm the crazy guy that, like, around here, if you told me I had 50 mallards on a pond, like a farm pond that we shoot all the time, I'm rather go pigeon hunting. 100%.
Really?
100%. 100%.
Really?
Mm-hmm. You've never been, man.
All right.
It's the most unbelievable thing.
All right. So sign me up.
Okay.
I need to go put pigeon hunting with you.
It's a duck hunting shorts. That's all it is.
I guess it's what gets you through to duck hunting.
Yeah, basically. It's like it kind of knocks the rust off of your scouting a little bit. Kind of gets you out there, gets you working, and then they work a little bit like ducks. You can't call at them, obviously, but it's like you're shot calling and you're shooting. I don't know if you've ever shot at a decoying pigeon. But they get out so fast.
Never.
They're terribly hard. After you start shooting, they're so fast. So we call them scouts. They're terrible fast. But
Can't call out.
You
get me out there, Big Daddy D. I'd be like, cash, Weezy. Should be called me Little Brother Man. Here we go.
And there's no regulations on it either. There's no limits or
I've never seen so many pigeons in my life. We went down to DC.
Oh, dude.
My God.
Oh.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, those are all government spies. Those pigeons up there in DC, man.
Hey, we don't talk about that. We're live, Doyle. We don't talk about that.
Oh.
I got a Scud missile coming towards my house from some drone.
Scuds are old. That's like 90s. They'll send something good at you.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh, fuck.
So this is like the first time in my life that Travis has ever been like this quiet for this long.
I know. Are you sick or something? What's wrong with you?
I'm hogging all the time.
Nah, I'm just not trying to, I get my little, catchphrases and gimmicks in there, Young Money, but, yeah. Enter dolphin laugh.
All right, he's all right.
Oh, I like the pigeon laugh.
What's your,
He's out there moving some pigeon full bodies around? All of a sudden, he's hearing a minute, a minute, a minute, a minute. And I'm just sitting there like, going. I'm like,
Oh, Jesus.
This is proof. Travis should have been in the WWE. I swear to God.
ooh, yeah, the cream rises to the top of the feed, brother.
It's the brother man on the top rope.
You wait until you see me up there in the prairie on the grid road, man. I'll be in the scout truck and do a backflip out of it wearing some Hey Dudes and some sweatpants and a Wild Valley hoodie, and I'll muffle around some freelancers real quick. Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
Where
Dude,
y'all
we went
from?
to Canada last year.
Oh, yeah, go back.
Travis wore the same pair of burgundy sweatpants for the entire trip last year. We were there for like 8 days. That was his killing pants, man. I don't know if he retired. I didn't see him after the rest of the season.
No, you'll see him
Tired of after the trip.
They're coming back.
Somebody needs to talk to Lindsay.
Like Lindsay bought me from
Look,
like somebody
packing more than
or something, and I'd run around with the dress shoes on and the freaking.
Oh, see it.
Oh, there he goes.
Dude,
He had a call.
he will wear sweats and slippers in a snowstorm.
Oh, yeah.
I watched him one morning. I went out to scout, and he had some issues with a tire. We won't get into that. But it was snowing pretty hard, and I just see the brother man in a sweatshirt with the hood up, with sweatpants and moccasins, shuffling down the road back into town as I'm leaving to go scout one morning. That's all he had. Oscar, it was probably like 15 degrees, blowing snow. In Saskatchewan, and he's got moccasins on.
You want to talk about me being quiet? Doyle pulls up to me and he goes, "You need a ride back to a town?" I'm like, And I get in and we're driving, and he goes, "So you were really gonna walk all the way back to the lodge?" And I'm like, And he goes, "Tired?"
I think that was our 7th or 8th in about a 2-week period. So we got hit with a tire bug. Them
So
roads up there will get you.
I meant to ask before we get too late into this. There's still open spots with Wild Valley, right?
Yeah, we got a few
This year?
messing around with like the first 3-day package and like the last 3-day package. Right now there's a few parties that are trying to snag up the one we have in the middle there. You know, it's one of those things where until they get their side of things organized and they can pull the trigger on it, you know, money talks and BS walks. And so, you know, but for the most part,
No doubt.
and like I've been watching on the social medias, a lot of guys up there that don't have the 20 years of repeat clientele, you know, and every year there's a new outfitter, and it's just getting more and more popular as a career choice nowadays. But we're actually ahead of the schedule when it comes to it. And I tell you what, we got a great bunch of groups of guys, VIPs, Gregs, all shapes, colors, and sizes coming up, and we're definitely pumped for it.
Oh, Canada, Gregs.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, boy.
So, you got availability. How do they find you?
Instagram, Facebook. You can call me 540-908-1185.
You
Travis,
can always text me 703-209-9989. Website,
anything wild out. Yeah, sorry.
all good. Yeah, no, but like Doyle was saying, social media, Facebook, Instagram. We're getting our TikTok up and running too. That's kind of, you know, going to be one of the focuses. Y'all just wait until you see what we put on YouTube coming up.
Oh yeah. We got a duck video from last October hitting YouTube on Sunday. I think actually that's why I was looking at my phone. The reel hit Instagram here in the last 30 minutes. So just a nice mallard shoot in the pea field from last year. So got a little minute reel up here, and then we got a 10-minute video coming on YouTube on Sunday. So it's a good video.
Yeah, big shout out to Christian Natwell and Jordan Bray. They've been just doing the dang thing, and Doyle too on the video editing and all that, and just coming very, very far ahead of it, and just trying to get things going. They're cooking up a lot of juicy content, saucy stuff with a capital Saw, dude, in the laboratory. It's like Benny Hanna on a flat top, freaking doing the dang thing.
Oh, Travis is in duck hunting mode, Doyle.
No doubt.
He's ready to go.
I love it.
We need to get him up there tomorrow. He's ready. He's all fired
ready to
up.
freaking brush up them A-frames and get on them grid roads. You ought to see me scouting, Mikey. I'm sitting there. I got the wheel. I'm like trying to look over it and all that. I need a boother seat. You're going to be looking at all these snow goose feeds. I'm going to be eyeballing that abandoned grain bin. I'm going to be like, yo, Mikey, let's go get on some of those squab. I'll shake and shoot.
There you go. A little appetizer, shooting some pigeons.
Yeah.
I'm all right with that.
I'm down. I'm down to clown.
So we got a lot of questions. At least I did personally. What do you expect for somebody flying in? And where should they fly in? And what's the regulations on guns? And how does that work? And how does ammo work? I know some of it.
So flying with a gun really isn't too big of a deal. So what you need is a non-resident declaration form from Canada, and you can simply just Google that, and a PDF will come up. Basically, you fill out where you're hunting in Canada, where you're from in the States, what kind of gun you have, model, barrel length, serial number, and then you just keep that on you. I always tell guys just to keep that with your hunting license, and definitely keep it on you around your passport when you're traveling. If they ever check your gun case or whatever. Speaking of gun case, you do need to have it in a locked gun case. Do not trust TSA locks. I don't care what they say. Don't use those. Use a master lock or whatever you like from Home Depot. And then what I do is I tell guys to put that key on a string or something and wear it around your neck. And then just take it off as you go through security. But the only person that needs to have that key to get into your case is you. So they will do a check they'll open it up, do kind of a halfway check when you go through security initially. When you go through customs, they may check it again. But as long as your paperwork's right and you're patient with them, there's never any problems. I will say this to add on to the flight type stuff. Stay away from Toronto if you can. That place is a dumpster fire. So if you have to go through that, try to make it an early flight because they like to let people sit around and they're just terrible. Try to go through Minneapolis or even go out around, go through Calgary or something like that. Just go through customs in Saskatchewan in Ontario. So that would be
Good information.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry. And then when you get to Canada, you have to wait separately for your luggage. They call it heavy luggage, and then you'll pay like a duty, which is, what is it, Travis? $25 maybe, $30.
Yeah, it's nothing really terrible.
No. And so you just show them your declaration form. Everything should be checked off already. People have checked it, and then they'll double check that again. You pay a fee, and you're good to go. Now the ammo, I don't recommend traveling or flying with ammo.
There you go.
If you're driving, you can bring, I think it's 200 rounds per person. And then after that, you have to pay a duty or a tax. So we've always been told that was a lot. Well, then we went this past year, and since we were mostly hunting, we weren't guiding, we took a ton of shells. And we took a bunch of shells that were flying. And I didn't hardly have to pay any tax. I think I had triple the amount of shells that we're allowed to have. And I think I paid $100 total for another 6 cases of shells or something. Wasn't bad at all. If you're flying in, there's a Cabela's within about 10 minutes of each of the major airports there in Saskatchewan, and they got pallets full of shells. So just drive over there, load the bus up, get to camp. So.
Oh yeah, our shooters are going to be flying into Saskatoon International Airport. The Cabela's is right on their version of the Beltway. That also conveniently, if you follow that road past Cabela's, it'll take you on the highway to take you straight to our lodge. And kind of with what Bill was saying and what you were asking earlier, Mike. Border agents, they just want you to tell them everything up front. There's been many times where I'm like, hey, I have 2-3 cases myself. I totally understand all of the rules for it. Here's my gun declaration form. It's already signed, instead of them having you sign it there and all that. And so they're very, they want to get you through as quick as possible because they got a line of 5-10 trucks behind you. And so.
And they don't want to tear through your stuff. But if you give them the slightest reason to, they will do it with a smile on their face. So, like I said, you reap what you sow there. We haven't had any problems just because we're straight up with them.
Yeah.
So that
makes sense.
Yeah, the guys at the spot where we cross over, they practically know us by now. They're all like, "Oh, back again, eh? All right, fair enough."
They certainly remember Travis.
Oh.
I say he's a hard one to forget.
The lodge with the people knowing Travis. Unreal. Well,
the short little bald-headed bearded giblet running around. They're all like, "Oh, you know that little guy too?"
The little bald bearded man.
He ages another 5-10 years.
That's because he duck hunts.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Right on, boys. Trying to think. I had a question for you guys. What shells do you recommend to people if they're getting a case to go up? Are you telling them BBs or 2s, or what's kind of your go-to for those field hunts where you get a mixed bag of just about everything?
Cheapest pair, the cheapest 2s, steel 2s you can get.
Each of them words out of my mouth.
Boxes, Winchester dry locks. I really like the Canadian Sport steel brand. Oh yeah, you don't really need anything that, like, if I'm hunting down here this far down the migration, January, tough birds with Kevlar vests, then don't get me wrong, I'm breaking out all the high dollar loads, to give all those companies props because they make it a really good product. But up there, I want to be able to have 2 cases, a case. I want to have as many of those shots as possible because you're going to go through them. You get on a high volume snow goose hunt, you're gonna go.
Oh God, yeah! On a snow goose hunt, you'd go through a couple boxes easy.
Oh, dude, there's not uncommon when we go on a big snow goose hunt to get 2 5-gallon buckets full of empty shells.
Ooh.
That's guys shooting 4 or 5 boxes a piece. So,
Jesus.
Yeah, I think the record that I've ever seen while guiding was not quite 4. It was like 3.5 buckets full of shells.
Oh my God.
And they did get a limit of snows, but they shot and shot and shot and shot and shot and shot and shot, and then they shot some more.
Oh,
it was like a million geese coming to this field, but they got their limit, but it took a little while.
Hey, that's all right. That's fun.
They had fun.
Yeah, I said that's all that matters. So
that's right.
So, and we talked about the Otis shotguns. Travis, you got any? What's your go-to call for this year?
My go-to call for like a duck call I'm using, or
for your duck call.
Dude, we're gonna be using for the ducks the waterfowl calls original duck call J-frame single reed. Oh yeah, and then until I get my cut down made, where it's one of those deals where Montavious has this new cut down, that old rocker. That thing is
the little rockin' R.
Yep. And then I've got the power calls cut down and that I kind of just am used to. It's broken in perfectly for me. Oh yeah, man, I'm excited to get in on some of the spec hunts and start, squeaking at these speckle bellies, laughing at them and whatnot, getting them coming in. And what I'm actually really looking forward to is me and Doyle have agreed that we're gonna get at least one big dark goose hunt where me and him are running it. And he's gonna play lead guitar and I'm gonna play a freaking nasty rhythm. And oh yeah, dude, he'll be Slash and I'll be Tom Morello.
I gotta get to top that now.
It might be Jimi Hendrix on it.
Oh God.
Yeah, we don't get to hunt together that often. That's the thing. Like, we work together a lot, this and that, but we rarely get to hunt together. If
he needs to be careful about when that hunt is. He had better do it early on when I'm actually serious, because if he does it later in October when I'm salty, we were talking about how he runs out and changes decoys after the first
He's
volley.
gonna be yelling at
I'll
me.
be following him, putting them right back where they were. And I was like, looking, I'm like, what? And he's gonna be like, dude, I just moved that. And I was like, oh, okay. And I'll move it, and then as soon as he turns around, I'll put it right back.
Oh, we used to have a guy work with us that would do that. He'd walk right behind you and move all your decoys. He'd do it right in front of you.
Oh, yeah. What are you going to do about it?
Hey, Mikey, you're muted, brother.
He also used to walk around the sports expos without wearing any shoes, barefoot, drinking.
So, Travis, did you pick up on that? He said, used to work for them.
That's kind of singling him out there. Love you, buddy.
No, I think what he was alluding to is you walk behind me and move my stuff, we're going to problem.
I know what I'm doing as soon as I get there.
Just follow.
Switch the negative wire with the positive part of the negative batteries. Yeah, use that remote control now. I swear to God, they were just working.
Oh, Lord.
I tell you what, there's so many things that can go wrong up there. You just try to take out human error as much as you possibly can, because Saskatchewan will just do it to you.
Clean your guns.
No.
Yes.
No.
I tell everybody that, but I don't clean mine.
I don't either.
Never.
Really?
You let her ride.
Ever.
Let her ride until something happens to it, and then you can worry about it. If it works, let her eat.
Right, last year, I was shooting a Benelli. Obviously, I'm shooting Otis now. But the same thing with my Otis gun. I haven't cleaned it since I've got it. I didn't even clean the factory grease out of it. I just been putting rounds through it. Listen, I'm a duck guide, man. I'm not like I'll shoot. I think I'm probably going to Cape Cod. I'll probably go to Cape Cod. I'll hunt Saskatchewan. Go all over the place. I probably won't clean that gun once.
I've been in 2 different war zones. I will clean my damn gun.
Yeah.
Mikey, the ducks don't fire back, okay?
I don't care. I don't want to hear click. And they're doing us dirty. Not okay.
I saw James Hancock clean his shotgun in the middle of a freelance trip, and he did not put it back together correctly. And it was in North Dakota, and the next morning, off of his side of the blind, 4 Drake pintails backflapped to the water, and he stood up and went, click. My man was sitting Indian style behind the blind. That gun tore apart 5 minutes after we were shooting light.
All right. So I had to admit, first time I met Brad, we were in one of Travis's blinds, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, my wife looked over and she goes, I tried to load one in my shotgun, something's not right. And I cleaned her gun the night before. And I said, all right, I'm taking her gun apart. I can't see a damn thing. It's all by feel at this point. And I'm pulling the whole thing out, the chamber, the everything. And I'm trying to get this thing working. And Brad's looking over like, what is this idiot doing? And finally, 2 minutes before shooting light, I got her gun completely tore down, completely put back together, and we were ready to shoot at shooting light. Now, I damn near dropped like a spring and God knows only what else. But
one piece away from just being a disaster.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The funniest part is I know the exact look that was on Brad's face too. I can picture it clear as day.
You need help with that?
What the hell?
Oh yeah.
Travis, you remember that day we were out on the blind and that dude was talking on his cell phone and Brad comes over and like underneath him, we're all like, what the hell is Brad doing? And Brad's like, hey bud, you all right? And the guy, we're all like, oh, he's on the phone. And Brad just goes, huh. Never seen someone talk on the phone like that. We're like, what? We're like, Brad, what are you doing? He's just standing there staring at this dude. The dude's
Brad
like,
just says what is on his mind.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
It's such a refreshing thing.
Oh my
Sometimes you
God.
got to shoot a crow.
Sometimes you got to shoot a crow.
Well, you remember that bluebill hunt we had a few years ago, Doyle? Brad's sitting there, and you've got groups of bluebills that are just kind of outside the shooting range. They're kind of cruising at 70 yards, and then it's the ones that turn in at 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock and feed into the decoys. Anyways, Brad's just sitting there watching them all go by. He's got that smile on his face. He kind of turns over to me. Why can't we shoot them? I'm like, because they're a little far, Brad. And he's like, oh man, I got a bazooka over here. Let me try it. And though you remember we let him shoot at one of them, and then he sits there, he drops it on the third shot. Golden BB clipped the freaking neck bone or wing bone. He turns around, he's like, oh, look at that. That's a rocket launcher right there, bud. I'm like, oh man.
And when you let him do that, he hits that shot, it just sets a dangerous precedent. Because anything within 100 yards is getting shot at.
It's getting, we're trying.
Know who your competition is in the blinds.
And the thing is if he sees all them far birds, he's the kind of guy that sits there and he times them.
Yep.
Watches it. And he's not going to say anything unless he truly thinks he can kill that bird.
Yep. And then it's over.
And then it's over. Once he thinks that he can, he's going to try it.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And that time he ended up doinking one about 82 yards. Shooting at everything.
It was on another one of those hunts where we had the Wild Valley or the Hunt Wild crew up, and we got into a big old group of canvasbacks, and we like dumped 2 in the decoys and crippled another 2. And so, of course, I'm running in the boat, getting ready, and Doyle and James throw Brad in the boat with me. I speed off. Like, I'm all like frantic and like trying to find this bird and head up and everything else. And Brad's just sitting there with this guy. He's like, I like this. This is fun. I'm like, freaking bird. And he's like, oh, I like this. Meanwhile, like the bird's behind him, like head up looking at him like, huh? And he's got his back turned to him. I'm like, get out of the way.
Oh Lord.
Never
So, we're getting close to the end here, but I wanted to give y'all a couple of opportunities. First, y'all are going down to the Virginia Outdoor Show, right?
Oh yeah,
What's
we're
your
gonna be
booth?
there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think Big Daddy D's gonna provide some backup with Jordan Brake on that Saturday. Yeah, man, we're gonna have the Wild Valley Hunt Club show special last minute for our 2 remaining packages, and try to get some of these Virginia boys up in there, and might have some of those buck calls there for the show as well. And of course, there's going to be some other stuff going on. It's so Annette and Frank have done such a good job revamping that expo from where it was to where it is today. And I'm just excited to see what they got going on this year. I know they got a trout pond for the kids. They got fishing demonstrations and stuff. Of course, the Virginia Big Buck Contest is always the main jam there. And so it's going to be exciting stuff, man. It's right there in the Meadowland Park, right next to King's Dominion. Yep.
Doswell, Virginia. So
may or may not be a handful of anti guns down there too if you want to come check them out.
Hell yeah.
really?
Oh yeah.
Come and
Hell
shoulder
yeah.
one, Mikey.
No. How about you bring it over to our booth because we're going to be there too, and then we'll talk about it.
There you go. Deal.
Hey, Mikey, catch.
I'm good with that. I like that. Bennett's going to be the one to catch, though, not me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Last words for both of y'all. First, let me let you, kind of say my little bit here. I appreciate y'all coming on.
Thanks for having us.
I am so indebted to y'all for the help you've given the podcast and the support and everything like that. I can't say enough good things. And
Thank you, man.
I won't speak for Bennett, but I'm sure he's kind of the same way.
Yeah, no. I hate you guys.
Maybe not.
Yeah,
But,
all right.
So y'all will get a free shirt. I won't make you pay for it. Well, Bennett won't make you pay for it.
Shoot. We gotta get them picked up. They're supposed to be done on the 3rd, so we'll be picking them up on our way down to the show. But
Yeah.
hopefully they're actually done. We'll have them at the show for you guys.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
With Bennett's Reaper wear on it. So
Something like
Aren't
that.
you guys also going to have some bass fishing baits or something too?
Dude, I don't.
we're making that a surprise, but it's not much of a surprise anymore.
That Travis had to troll something real quick.
Travis, just go ahead and tell them everybody that Santa's not real either.
Wait, Santa isn't real?
Come on, man.
Oh,
Where'd this
God.
podcast go to?
This guy.
There's a reason why I started off with the high end, really good bourbon this time.
Yeah.
This guy.
This will be our last podcast. Thanks.
Lindsay wants to know if she gets a shirt. I vote maybe.
Hit it with a hard maybe.
It's a solid maybe.
Wow.
Old Ramrod bow fishing on YouTube.
I tell you what, man, it's going to be a little cold around duck hunting season when you're staying down here.
I can tell you right now, Lindsay, if it's up to me, you got a shirt or whatever else you might want.
No, she gets a
No
shirt.
doubt.
She got us our Hunting Quest whiskey glasses, and I got a beer glass over there too. And
Yeah, just so you know, I don't have a Hunting Quest whiskey
I've got-
glass or a beer glass.
yours is sitting right here, coming to you tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
But parting words there. We'll start with Doyle there. What you got, sir?
just thanks for having me on, guys. We're just excited to get back up north.
Yeah.
We do, like we said, we have a couple more dates. If you want to come hunting with us, give us a holler, man. If you've ever wanted to shoot cranes or ducks in a field or even specks, just give us a call, man. We'd love to come hunt with you. So,
Like that. And talk all kinds of chicken talk with you. Nothing. I got nothing.
Hey, Doyle, why'd the chicken cross the road?
Because it was 95 degrees today.
All right, Travis. You got some Gregs waiting for you. So what you got for us?
Well, thank you for having us on the show, of course. For all of the Gregs out there, everybody in social media land and on the interweb surfing with the surfboard, I just want to let y'all know that this COVID deal is over. The mandates for the vaccines are dropped. It is time to come and experience and personally witness why Saskatchewan is the very best waterfowl hunting in North America. Hands down, no questions asked. Everybody in the States has an unbelievable operation and they do the dang thing. But the top tier of our North America hunting is Saskatchewan prairie, ducks in the field, mega barn burner combo hunts, snow goose spins that'll make anybody dizzy, some crane wreck hunts. I mean, there's just nothing like it. And so whoever that's been wanting to do it, check it off the bucket list. Don't be afraid anymore. because it's right back to where it was.
No
And we're
doubt.
going to be up there for a long time doing it. So come on and shoot your shot with Wild Valley.
I like that, brother, man.
Mhm.
Hell yeah, boys.
And if
No
you don't make
shot
it up with us this
required.
fall, if you don't make it up this fall, follow along Instagram and YouTube. We're going to be doing a lot of filming, and we're just going to try to bring those experiences to you guys. So if you can see what we got going on up there, then you can come do it yourself. So
Yeah, what's your social?
So follow us on Wild Valley Outfitters on Facebook and Instagram, and then follow Hunt Wild Films for a lot of the stuff on YouTube as well on Instagram. So
Got something for
we do a lot
Otis?
of collaborative stuff this year.
Hunt Wild Films and Wild Valley Outfitters also has a TikTok as well. Check
Yep.
us out.
Sorry
on
about that, Travis.
Yep.
So
He's all about the TikTok.
I'm telling you what, he's doing good on that thing, man.
Yo,
These are
well,
real
so
good.
does Otis have social?
We do. Yep. It's Otis Arms on everything. And we're going to be doing a lot of stuff with them this fall, all season, not just Canada. So if you want to follow what we're doing and these Otis guns, yeah, just check us out on Instagram and Facebook, man. It's going to be a good season.
Hell yeah.
I can't follow that up, so I'm gonna give it over to Bennett and let him close this out.
I say that's all I got. We'll see y'all next weekend, and can't wait to get back in the blind with you guys and get up to Canada and learn some more stuff this year. And that's all I got, Mike. Right on, boys.
Thanks for having us, guys.
All right.
No problem. Bye,
Talk to you soon.
everybody.
See ya.
You've been listening to The Hunting Quest. No matter how crazy, high-tech, or lazy the rest of the country gets, we will always be hunting and fishing. If that's you, you've found your new family. Thanks for listening to the show. Make sure to like, rate, and review. And we'll be back soon. Reach out to us by email at info@thehuntingquest.com. And check us out on Instagram and YouTube at The Hunting Quest. See you next time.